9 in 10 claims avoided if you have Cyber Essentials. I think it's probably the single best return on investment you can make in the security world.
The majority of cyber threats are pretty indiscriminate, and these are attacks that are kind of thrown out a really broad attack surface. See what sticks. That's not sophisticated threats. It is those kind of everyday threats that are around us both in our personal and professional lives.
I think there's a really interesting thing I've heard from quite a few investors in that community is as soon as they raise a funding round, then they actually become more prominent as a target, because then they're like, oh, we just raised £1 million, and therefore they know they don't have the governance in place, right?
Building a business is really, really hard, especially when you've got revenue pressures. Like, just survivability is like massively, obviously, important. Like, what is your risk? Like, this should all be risk weighted, right? Like, what are you betting now by not doing the stuff, the Cyber Essentials, or even having a little bit more awareness of things, and that actually can ramp up really, really fast.
I've read countless security pages that say something along the lines of, we do our utmost to protect your security. It's like, that means nothing nowadays.
I don't think the general public really care if you have the Cyber Essential badge on your website, if I'm completely honest. But they do care if there's a data breach, right?
I think it was 60% of businesses that had experienced a cyber breach, small businesses specifically, closed within 6 months of experiencing that breach.
Cyber Essentials is basically a self-attested questionnaire. So that means you've got to fill in a set of questions, about 50 to 60. There's often a difference between what we say we do, what we'd like to do, and what's actually happening. If you're putting the basics in place, the maintenance bit is really easy, and staying certified is really easy.
It's telling that relatable story, and building a cybersecurity culture is one of the hardest things that you will do, because there was some research done that kind of came out with the statistic that people go into work essentially and go, somebody else is worrying about the security here, so I don't need to worry.
It's not as hard and as daunting as it appears. I think I was just very much like, I just don't want to do this. It's not fun. It's not the exciting bit. But actually, to see some of the benefits that have come out the other side of doing it, and it isn't that much work now. One of the things would be, and this is hard to do, but trying to make this area fun for the team in any way that you possibly can, in order to get them to engage with the topic.
It's a marathon, not a sprint. It's something that you are going to continually be working on.
So I think probably my biggest takeaway is, like, start today.